Tia Mowry is not a creator like Candace Owens or Andrew Tate. She isn't controversial, but just because you're not controversial, it doesn't mean that you're not polarizing. And I'm not gonna lie, Tia Mowry is a person that makes me feel like I'm watching a suspense show on Netflix every day I interact with her content, whether it's a social media post or a story. I never know what I'm going to get. And the reason is that her moods tend to be everywhere. On one end, Tia Mowry is happy to be divorced from her husband and doing silly dances on TikTok. And on the other end, she's confusing the audience by posting pictures of her and her ex Cory Hardrict and their kids, leaving everybody the suspense or the hope that they may get back together. On another day, she's so happy that she's single and finding herself. And then on another day, you will see something like this.
I've always wanted the family dynamic of having a mom and a dad in one household. And when you're dropping your kids off, you actually visually see how that is no longer.
Being alone has been the most challenging part of my divorce.
Then again, this is Tia Mowry on a low point. But most every day, she's giving some level of encouragement that being a single mom without her husband in her life and, making all of these transitions has helped her grow to accept herself over this time period. But there's a problem. She got divorced in October 2022, and she's still talking about her divorce almost every day. And she even got monetized for it with her reality show. It got so bad that Tia Mowry kept talking about it and kept talking about it and kept talking about it. And nothing was really changing with this particular content, but just monetizing the fact that, she missed Cory, and it was kind of a foggy situation as to why they broke up. We never knew what Cory Hardrict really did or if he did anything. And again, it left people in suspense. And so what we saw is Tia Mowry changed her marketing strategy from a happily married woman to a successful actor to a woman who's now teaching some level of women's empowerment and, hey, put yourself first, and women, all these things must serve you, and, let's be so proud to be single moms and all the other stuff. And this is how she's now making money. It's very similar to what B. Simone was doing. At first, B. Simone was wilding out, and then all of a sudden it's getting to the bag, and now it's the whole Christian thing. It's a whole shift in content strategy. And this is what happened just the other day. Tia Mowry decided to answer some questions from people in the audience about divorce, okay? So somebody says this: "Girl, how the hell do I recover from this divorce? Lord help me, child." Now again, the only reason why Tia Mowry is basically getting this information is because seldomly, multiple times a month, she's always talking about how she divorced from Cory Hardrict. So she says this: "Sad music! I think I say dive into doing the work. Really, truly focus on self-care. Focus on what makes you happy and what brings you joy. Build a tribe and a community of friends and support system. Meditate, try new hobbies, read books on healing, spend time with your kids, if you have them, or just surround yourself with people who genuinely love and support you. Do things that feel fun and fulfilling. Travel if you can. Traveling really helps me. It's all about creating new experiences. The more experience you have, the further you get away from that heavy, gut-wrenching feeling of divorce." I'll stop right there. Okay? Now, this is Tia Mowry giving somebody advice, basically telling them to focus on themselves. And that isn't really a bad thing, right? Because if you go through something that's traumatic like this, then you should most likely focus on yourself. But if you think about Tia Mowry and B. Simone, both of them are very selfish in their creating of content. It's pretty much about what they want you to see and not what the audience needs. And if you don't like it, it doesn't matter. And that's how they are. And this is what got the backlash from readers in the audience. People started trolling Tia Mowry, and they didn't like her response. What they said was this. This lady goes, "Yeah, I'm over this. Feel like if she's still recovering, I don't want the advice. Need my ish rapido." So another person commented below and says, I know a lot of people are saying they are tired of hearing about this journey for her, but her posting so much about it may be a part of her healing.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
Now, listen, this part of this I don't understand, right? Cory Hardrict was the one that got dumped, and he's no longer talking about it. So obviously she wanted the divorce. So how is it healing 3 years after? This is a marketing ploy to stay relevant with the audience and, again, stay interesting so people can keep talking about her. I mean, it's working right now because I'm talking about her, but the fans had more to say. To be honest, I don't like a legendary child turned adult actor's entire premise being her failed marriage. She's more than that. Actually, no, she's not, and I'm gonna prove that pretty soon. Oh brother, this has been her whole personality for years now. How is your divorce your personality though? They could have literally asked her anything. She gave the advice that was requested. Y'all just hate seeing single black women happy because y'all too codependent to relate.
Stop the cap.
I thought she graduated from the marriage. Let's move on.
Got him.
We done with this boring chapter. It's Fred. Didn't she go back to him or was trying to? Rather speak to her sister about keeping a happy marriage. Why would I need lessons in failure? How about don't leave the man or the N-word that's been for you the whole time, then want him back after you finally realize it. So what I figured is that people are tired of Tia Mowry just milking the divorce situation. And I want to prove what I mean. You see, Tia Mowry went viral once she said this.
You know, my marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Cory some beautiful, amazing children.
Yeah.
And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation.
Now, a person responded to this and said this.
Marriage is not a curriculum where we graduate and, you know, once I've done some things with you and we built a life, but now we're not as happy as we used to be. So bye, we graduated, we're done. When we get married, it's not saying I'm marrying you and committing to you for life unless we go through a season where we're not super happy. You say for richer, for poorer, for sickness and health. Those things are not always fun and sunshines and rainbows. Marriage is supposed to be selfless. It's not what can I get from you, and if you're not serving me all the time, I'm out. Marriage is supposed to be dying to yourself. It's not how the world makes it seem.
I want to focus on this because this is relatable to B. Simone, okay? You see, marriage is not about what you want. It's a commitment that you have made to your husband, and just because you feel like he needs to go, you should go head on and just leave. The same attitude that Tia Mowry had toward Cory Hardrict is the same attitude she has towards her fan base. And that is, I don't really care about my audience or growing my platform in a way that is interesting. I just want to keep milking this divorce because it's easy for me to do. And if I keep bringing Cory onto my platform, then it doesn't matter. But what happens is, as creators or influencers, we do experience something called audience fatigue, and our audience gets tired of us hearing or saying the same things all the time. And so what it shows is, if you're not committed to your relationship with a husband that was loyal to you, you're not going to be committed to your fan base. And so Tia Mowry doesn't understand that the audience wants something different from her, or they want to see her evolve from the divorce. Like, we understand you got a divorce, and there are some days you're sad, and there are some days you're better, but what is next for Tia Mowry outside of the divorce? And do you want to know what's next outside of Tia Mowry after the divorce? Nothing. The same thing about B. Simone. Outside of Wild 'N Out, B. Simone crashed out. After that, and she had to go outside on her own and compete and show real value in the market, she couldn't do it. And that's why B. Simone is nowhere near the commodity that she was in 2020. This is the same situation that Tia Mowry is having. She's had some success. Once Cory Hardrict opened up that door for a divorce, he was able to go and sign with Tyler Perry, but she hasn't been able to do anything else. And now her audience is tired of it because Cory Hardrict won't take shots at her. So, I mean, she doesn't have that angle. She can't keep going back and forth with him because he won't do it. And it's making him look better by not doing it. Now, she has to stand on her own 2 feet. And this is very difficult for her because Tia Mowry doesn't know how to have any value for her audience outside of selling a divorce the last 3 years. There's nothing else that Tia Mowry wants to do but to give you what she feels like letting you have. And that's the problem with now, I'm not saying all, but I will say female creators such as B. Simone and Tia Mowry. Here is what I want you to have, and it doesn't matter if you don't like it. And sooner or later, Tia Mowry will still have those Instagram followers, but the engagement will become less and less because people are going to go and check out things that are more interesting or deal with influencers that have more creativity. In Instagram, there are many influencers. You got comedians, you have other entertainers. They're gonna put in the work every day. I mean, you got your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson on YouTube with the booty clapping sound effects. I'm gonna be trying to do something different every day and get better. And Tia Mowry will kind of fall off. And her fans have warned her, but will she listen? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity John. Appreciate you for all you do. I'm out.